Let's proceed with ordinance 307 and 308, both second readings.
Ordinance number 307, ordinance of the Tri-County Metropolitan Transportation District of Oregon, updating TriMet district boundaries and amending TriMet Code Chapter 3.
Mr. President, board members, this is really a routine housekeeping measure. What it does is, though, it requires an ordinance to be able to adjust the boundary. As you know, we are virtually the boundary of the urban growth boundary, but because our boundary gets tied to exactly where we provide service, where that boundary line is within a certain distance from that service, and because people are in fact subject to the payroll tax if they are within the district but not without, we always like to be very precise about where these lines are. This is what this accomplishes, along with some other additional housekeeping matters. We'd be happy to answer any questions about it, but this is the second reading and final adoption.
Okay. Any discussion? Move second discussion. Mr. Pfeiffer?
Board Member Van Beveren.
Aye.
Board Member Larabaugh.
Aye.
Board Member Van Brockman.
Aye.
Board Member Williams.
Aye.
Board Member Schweitzer.
Aye.
President Passano.
Yes. Ordinance 308.
Thank you, Mr. President and board members. Again, this is a second reading for final adoption. It is just updating the Employer Universal Annual Pass Program and other fare provisions that are just needing to be updated, along with some additional housekeeping matters. These are issues that are important to our actual administration of it, but they don't really present real policy issues before you, but we'd be happy to answer any questions about any of them.
Ordinance number 308, an ordinance of the Tri-County Metropolitan Transportation District of Oregon, TriMet, updating Employer Universal Annual Pass Program and other fare provisions and amending TriMet Code Chapter 19.
I have a motion. Move second discussion.
Board Member Van Beveren.
Aye.
Board Member Larabaugh.
Aye.
Board Member Van Brockman.
Aye.
Board Member Williams.
Aye.
Board Member Schweitzer. President Passano.
Yes. Okay, with that, I'll close the public forum, public hearing, and we'll resume with resolutions. Resolution 090755, adopting Human Services Transportation Plan. Mr. General Manager.
Thank you. The purpose of this item is to request you to adopt the Coordinated Human Services Transportation Plan. It's a big document that's there. This plan is required in order for TriMet to receive the federal transportation's what are called JARC funding, that is the Job Access and Reverse Commute Funds, as well as the new Freedom Funds and State Special Transportation Funds. This needs to be updated every 2 years. The plan is attached to your program. The goal of this plan, by the way, is to ensure that all the different providers of transportation services are coordinated so that we are in fact doing it in a smart fashion. This coordinated plan provides that. I think in this region we have been able to work very effectively with our partners, and that although we are certainly the largest provider, we are not the only provider, and to be able to coordinate those services has been very important. We would urge your approval of the plan.
Motion? Second. Discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? None. The resolution is approved. Resolution 090756, authorizing a contract with Carson Oil. Mr. General Manager.
Thank you, Mr. President, board members. For our main bus fleet, the regular buses out on the line, we fuel those at our own facilities. The diesel deliveries are there, and we fuel them. But for our lift services, we actually have mobile services that come to each of our lift service sites and fuel them. We periodically have contracts for this, and Carson Oil is the current provider, and as you can tell in the staff report, provided the best price for us and provided quality service today. The service is not against a fixed price for the actual on a per gallon basis, but rather as a differential off of the cost for delivery here within the Portland region. So as the price of diesel fluctuates, their profit margin, or their charge, I should say, a part of which would be their profit margin, is set as a part of it, and that is how the bid is set up. For this, we would urge your approval, but it does provide us the most quality service as well as the cheapest price.
Motion?
I should say, by the way, it does also provide the mobile servicing for fuel for West as well. It's not just our bus service.
Discussion? Glenn?
Question, yeah, Fred, on this, it said bid pricing was based on a markup over the Portland terminal daily price.
Yes.
What is that price per gallon?
Oh, what is it today? Does anybody remember what that price is today? We could easily get that to you. It fluctuates on a daily basis. It is less than what you would see at the local gas station, partly because taxes are not in that, as well as just the other delivery costs that are associated with it. But we could easily get that cost for you, but it does fluctuate on a daily basis.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is approved. Resolution 090757, authorizing the contract with Siemens. Mr. General Manager.
Thank you, Mr. President and board members. We don't think of light rail vehicles as needing new tires very often, but we technically actually do. They just so happen to be steel tires and the kits that are associated with it. We went out for bid on this, and the lowest price is provided by Siemens. The only other bidder was the actual manufacturer of those tires. You may ask yourself, why is the manufacturer not, or why is a secondary supplier able to offer a lower price than the manufacturer themselves? The answer is that the Siemens negotiates these contracts for lots of different tires that are delivered to lots of different properties. They are able to get discounts that the actual manufacturer doesn't provide as a direct part of their bid. Consequently, the lowest price is with Siemens. We urge your approval for this.
Motion?
Second.
Discussion?
One question, Mr. Chairman. Again, this, it contains an escalator clause. I'm going to say what goes up must come down. If steel prices go down, we get a cheaper price.
You or Steve, the best one on the provision. The escalator, does it go both ways? Okay.
My belief is yes.
We will double check that and get it back to you to be absolutely certain. As I think you know, that the price of steel has been going up at well over the rate of inflation for the past number of years. Obviously, this recession has driven that down. Most, I think, are predicting that it will continue to go back up, which is one of the reasons why the escalator was put in, because of the protection against those costs. But we will double check to be sure that that goes both ways. But
But it does say.
It says in there increases and decreases.
and decreases. So the answer is yes.
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Okay. Fine.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. Resolution 090758, authorizing the contract with Kirkus Automotive. Mr. General Manager.
Thank you, Mr. President and board members. This is, again, certain parts that we need to be able to purchase. In this case, remanufactured alternators and alternator repair parts. This was the contractor that submitted the lowest responsive bid for the remanufactured Delta alternators. We had an additional 4 bids that were received, though they were substantially over the price that was provided by PERT. The additional awards are in 2 other part categories. There are a series of different parts to this, and we break it apart so that, in fact, we get the best prices. And as you can see in the staff report, there are other providers, Fleet Pride of Portland and Faulkner Auto Electric of Portland as well. Overall, we see in this contract bid a savings over what our original estimates were, and where we thought they would be, again, reflective of the lowering demand across the economy. We're very pleased to be able to see those costs coming down some from what was estimated. We urge your approval.
Motion?
So moved.
Sorry.
Second. Discussion? All those in favor?